What if I told you that right now, your body might be desperately trying to warn you about cancer, but you're missing the signals? I almost did, and it nearly cost me everything. 3 years ago, I ignored what seemed like a nothing symptom. My doctor dismissed it too. 6 months later, I was sitting in a hospital room hearing the words nobody ever wants to hear. Stage 3 cancer. But here's the twist that changed everything. I could have caught it at stage 1 when the survival rate was over 90%. Instead, I was fighting for my life because I missed the warning signs hiding in plain sight. Today, I'm sharing the 8 subtle cancer warning signs that medical textbooks mention, but most doctors never talk about. And stick around because at the 7-minute mark, I'll reveal the single most overlooked symptom that saved my best friend's life last year when her own doctor missed it completely. Before we dive in, did you know that 1 in 3 people will develop cancer in their lifetime? That's the bad news. The good news? When caught early, many cancers have survival rates above 90%. But wait until it spreads, and that number can plummet below 20%. This isn't about scaring you. It's about giving you the power that I wish someone had given me. Because here's the truth. Every year, millions of cancer cases are diagnosed too late simply because people missed the early warning signs that their bodies were practically shouting. Now, I know what you're thinking. Great, another video that's going to make me think my every headache is terminal cancer. Don't worry, that's exactly what this video is not. We're focusing only on scientifically backed warning signs, not internet rumors or WebMD rabbit holes. These are the same subtle signals that have helped thousands of people in our community catch cancer early, when treatment is not just more effective, but often less invasive. Remember Lisa from our community? She noticed warning sign number 3, which we'll cover in a moment, got checked early, and just celebrated her 5-year cancer-free anniversary last month. Let's start with the first warning sign that most people completely overlook. Warning sign number 1, persistent bone pain that changes at night. Have you ever had an ache that seemed to get worse when you lie down at night? Most people write it off as aging or overdoing it at the gym. But here's what your doctor might not tell you. When cancer originates in or spreads to your bones, it creates a distinct pattern of pain unlike any normal injury. Unlike a muscle strain that improves with rest, cancer-related bone pain often intensifies at night when you're lying still. It has a deep, penetrating quality that's hard to pinpoint and gradually gets worse over time. Think about it. Your body repairs itself during sleep, so normal injuries often feel better in the morning. But bone pain from cancer? It follows the opposite pattern. John, a firefighter from our community, ignored his persistent leg pain for months, assuming it was from climbing ladders. It just felt different from my usual work injuries, he told me. It would wake me up at 3 a.m., throbbing like a heartbeat. That nighttime intensity was his body's desperate warning, one that caught his osteosarcoma early enough for successful treatment. The difference between normal bone pain and something serious? Cancer-related bone pain persists for weeks without improvement, often worsens at night, feels deep rather than on the surface, and doesn't fully respond to over-the-counter pain relievers. If you're experiencing bone pain that matches these patterns, especially with any swelling or tenderness, please don't wait to get it checked. Early detection of bone cancer dramatically improves outcomes. Warning sign number 2, changes in your eyes. Your eyes aren't just windows to your soul, they're windows to your health. And they might be showing early warning signs of cancer that you're missing every single day. Ocular melanoma, while rare, is the most common eye cancer in adults. But here's the shocking part. Most people who have it miss the early signs completely. What should you watch for? It's not just blurry vision that glasses can't fix. Pay attention if you start seeing strange flashes of light that aren't related to migraines, or if a dark spot appears on your iris that slowly changes size or color. Remember when I mentioned my friend whose life was saved by spotting one of these warnings? This was it. She noticed a small brown spot on her iris that grew slightly over 3 months. Her optometrist immediately sent her for specialized testing, catching a melanoma before it could spread beyond her eye. The risk is even higher if you have light-colored eyes or fair skin. These traits make you more vulnerable to ocular melanoma, which can develop silently until it's advanced enough to affect your vision. Don't wait until your vision changes dramatically. By then, the cancer may have progressed significantly. Regular eye examinations are crucial, especially if you have risk factors like prolonged sun exposure or family history. But here's something most people don't realize. Eye exams aren't just for vision problems. They can detect over 20 different systemic diseases, including cancer. When was your last comprehensive eye exam? Warning sign number 3, the body rash most doctors misdiagnose. This next warning sign is particularly sneaky because it looks like something completely harmless. In fact, it's misdiagnosed by doctors up to 40% of the time. Leukemia, cancer of the blood-forming tissues, often reveals itself through distinctive skin symptoms that are easy to dismiss as allergies or minor irritations. But there's a key difference that could save your life. These tiny round spots, medically called petechiae, appear when leukemia affects your platelet production. They're small, 1 to 2 millimeters, don't itch, and, this is crucial, they don't fade or blanch when you press on them like normal rashes do. The most telling sign? They often show up in clusters where pressure is applied, around your ankles, waistband, or bra line. This happens because leukemia reduces your platelet count, allowing tiny capillaries to leak when pressed. Sarah, a 36-year-old teacher, noticed these spots after carrying heavy grocery bags. My doctor said it was just an allergic reaction and prescribed antihistamines, she told our support group. When they didn't go away after 2 weeks, I insisted on blood tests. That persistence saved my life. Remember, unlike common rashes that come and go, leukemic rashes persist and often appear alongside unexplained bruising or bleeding from gums when brushing teeth. If you spot clusters of tiny red or purple dots that don't fade when pressed, especially if you're also feeling unusually tired, please get a complete blood count test. Early detection of leukemia dramatically improves outcomes. Stick around because after the next sign, I'll share the simple 30-second self-examination that could spot cancer months before a doctor would notice it. Warning sign number 4, the fingernail mark you can't afford to ignore. Look at your fingernails right now. Did you know they could be showing a warning sign of cancer that 96% of people miss completely? Subungual melanoma, skin cancer that develops under the nails, often starts as what looks like an innocent streak or splinter beneath the nail. Many people dismiss it as a minor injury or nail fungus. That mistake can be deadly. This dark line, called melanonychia striata, runs vertically along the nail and deserves immediate attention if it appears suddenly without nail trauma. It's wider than 3 millimeters, about the width of a pencil eraser. It has blurred or irregular borders, or the coloration is uneven or changes over time. The most crucial warning sign is called Hutchinson's sign, when the dark coloration extends beyond the nail onto the surrounding skin. This is a red flag that demands immediate medical attention. The thumb and big toe are the most common locations, but it can occur on any nail. Legendary musician Bob Marley initially dismissed such a mark as a soccer injury. By the time he sought treatment, the melanoma had spread throughout his body. Here's the critical difference. Normal nail injuries heal and grow out with the nail, whereas cancerous marks persist and often worsen. If you notice a suspicious nail mark, especially with pain, splitting, or bleeding, see a dermatologist who specializes in nail disorders. Now, as promised, here's that 30-second self-examination. Once a month, check all your fingernails and toenails in good lighting. Look for any new lines or changes in existing marks. Take photos to track any changes over time. This simple habit could literally save your life. Warning sign number 5, night sweats that soak your sheets. Have you ever woken up completely drenched, your pajamas and sheets soaked through? While occasional night sweats happen to everyone, there's a specific pattern that cancer specialists recognize as a potential warning sign. Lymphoma, cancer of the lymphatic system, often announces itself through what doctors call B symptoms. Night sweats so severe that you need to change your clothes and bedding are one of the 3 classic B symptoms, along with unexplained fever and weight loss. What makes these night sweats different from normal sweating or menopause? Cancer-related night sweats typically drench your bedding completely, occur consistently night after night, happen regardless of room temperature, often wake you from sleep, and frequently accompany unexplained weight loss or fatigue. James, a construction worker from our community, ignored his night sweats for months, blaming his physical job and warm bedroom. I was going through 3 shirts a night, he shared. When I finally mentioned it during a routine physical, my doctor ordered tests that caught my Hodgkin's lymphoma at stage 1. The mechanism behind these drenching sweats involves your immune system's response to the cancer. As lymphoma affects your lymphatic system, your body produces inflammatory chemicals that disrupt your normal temperature regulation. While occasional night sweating happens to everyone, episodes that consistently leave you soaking wet should prompt a medical evaluation, especially if accompanied by other symptoms like persistent fatigue or unexplained weight loss. We're now halfway through our warning signs. If you found this information valuable so far, hit the like button and subscribe. It helps our channel reach more people who might need this life-saving information. Warning sign number 6. When heartburn could be something deadlier. That burning sensation after eating might not be just another case of heartburn. Chronic acid reflux that persists despite lifestyle changes and medication could be signaling something far more serious: esophageal cancer. Here's what makes this particularly dangerous. By the time most people develop difficulty swallowing, the symptom most doctors wait for, the cancer has often already advanced to later stages. The connection between chronic heartburn and cancer lies in the repeated damage to your esophageal lining. Over time, stomach acid can cause changes in the cells lining your esophagus, leading to a condition called Barrett's esophagus. This precancerous condition significantly increases your risk of developing esophageal adenocarcinoma. Pay close attention if your heartburn persists for more than 3 weeks despite medication, worsens when lying down or at night, is accompanied by regurgitation of food, causes pain when swallowing, or leads to a chronic cough or hoarse voice. Maria, a 54-year-old accountant, battled what she thought was just stubborn heartburn for years. I lived on antacids, she told me. It wasn't until food started getting stuck when I swallowed that I got a proper examination. Her endoscopy revealed early-stage esophageal cancer that would have been missed entirely if she'd waited longer. Remember, if you've been treating heartburn with over-the-counter medications for more than 3 weeks without improvement, it's time to consult a healthcare provider. An endoscopy, a simple outpatient procedure, can detect esophageal changes before they become life-threatening. Warning sign number 7. Jaundice, the yellow warning. When your skin or the whites of your eyes develop a yellowish tint, your body is waving a bright yellow flag that demands immediate attention. This condition, known as jaundice, occurs when bilirubin builds up in your system, and in adults, it's often one of the earliest signs of pancreatic or liver cancer. What makes this warning sign particularly important is how it relates to pancreatic cancer, one of the deadliest forms because it's usually detected late. The pancreas sits deep in your abdomen, making early tumors nearly impossible to feel during routine exams. But when pancreatic tumors begin to obstruct the bile duct, they prevent bilirubin from being properly processed. This causes bile to enter your bloodstream, turning your skin and eyes yellow. The color change often starts subtly. You might notice it first in the whites of your eyes before it becomes apparent on your skin. Many people dismiss early jaundice as looking tired or blame poor lighting. Watch for these accompanying symptoms: dark urine, resembling cola or strong tea, light-colored or clay-colored stools, persistent upper abdominal pain that may radiate to your back, unexplained weight loss or loss of appetite, and intense itching without a rash. Robert, a 62-year-old teacher, credits his wife's observation with saving his life. She noticed the whites of my eyes looked yellow during our anniversary dinner, he shared. I felt completely fine otherwise, but she insisted I see a doctor immediately. That early detection of his pancreatic cancer gave him treatment options that wouldn't have been available just months later. If you notice even slight yellowing of your skin or eyes, seek medical attention right away. Early detection dramatically changes the prognosis for cancers that cause jaundice. Warning sign number 8. Fever that follows a pattern. Our final warning sign is one that most people dismiss entirely: persistent or recurring fever without an obvious cause. While fever is your body's normal response to infection, specific patterns of fever can signal blood cancers like leukemia and lymphoma. Unlike typical fevers that resolve within a few days, cancer-related fevers follow distinctive patterns that your doctor might miss if they don't connect the dots. They come and go in cycles, sometimes disappearing for days before returning. They often spike at the same time each day. Night sweats frequently accompany the fever, and the fever persists beyond 2 weeks or returns repeatedly without clear cause. Standard fever-reducing medications provide only temporary relief. These fever patterns occur because blood cancers trigger your immune system to release chemicals called cytokines. These substances directly cause fever while also making you more susceptible to infections. Michelle, a marathon runner with an iron-strong immune system, knew something was wrong when she developed low-grade fevers every afternoon for 3 weeks. "I never get sick," she told our support group. "My doctor kept testing for infections, but it was the pattern of the fevers that finally led to blood tests that caught my lymphoma early." The key difference: infection-related fevers typically resolve once the infection clears, while cancer-related fevers persist or return in a cyclical pattern. If you experience fever that lasts beyond 2 weeks, returns regularly without obvious cause, or accompanies other symptoms like night sweats and unexplained weight loss, request complete blood work that includes blood cell counts and inflammatory markers. The power of early detection is in your hands. We've covered 8 subtle warning signs that your body might be using to alert you to cancer. Remember, having one of these symptoms doesn't automatically mean you have cancer, but it does mean you deserve proper medical investigation. Let's recap these potentially life-saving warning signs. Bone pain that intensifies at night. Eye changes including dark spots or flashes, non-blanching rashes, petechiae, that don't fade when pressed, dark streaks under fingernails, drenching night sweats, persistent heartburn that medication doesn't help, yellowing of skin or eyes, jaundice, and recurring fevers that follow patterns. Early detection dramatically improves cancer treatment outcomes. The difference between catching cancer at stage 1 versus stage 3 or 4 isn't just about survival rates. It's about quality of life during treatment, reduced side effects, and greater treatment options. I'm living proof that paying attention to these warning signs matters. After my own experience missing early symptoms, I've made it my mission to share this knowledge. Our community has countless stories of people whose lives were saved by recognizing these subtle signals. If you found value in this information, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone you care about. Knowledge is power, and in this case, it could literally save a life. For those who want to dive deeper, I've created a comprehensive early detection guide that expands on each of these warning signs with additional symptoms to watch for. The link is in the description below. Remember, your body speaks to you every day, sometimes in whispers, sometimes in shouts. Learning to listen could be the most important skill you ever develop. What subtle health changes have you noticed that you're now thinking about differently? Share in the comments below. Your observation might help someone else recognize a warning sign they've been ignoring. And if you want to learn about 7 more overlooked cancer warning signs specifically for women, check out my next video. The link appears on your screen now. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and most importantly, stay healthy.